welcome to Daily Current Affairs by NIIF. Today is 5th April 2019 and the topics we are going to deal is Collegium System, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, Wholesale Price Index, Syed Medal, Map-Aided Program. We are continuing with the Straits of the World and the previous year question revision series. Coming to the first topic, that's the Collegium System. So this is in news because the CGI heading the Constitutional Bench, it observed that the Supreme Court and the Collegium, they should accede to the right to information regime. So basically Collegium is an appointment system, it's a system of appointment and transfer of judges. It has evolved through a series of judgments of Supreme Court. So it is not by an act of Parliament or by a provision of the Constitution. A collegium is basically headed by Chief Justice of India and other 4 senior most judges of the court. So this collegium system has its genesis from a series of judgment called as judges case. It's explicitly mentioned in Lakshmikant. Please have a look at it. So the collegium, it came into being through the interpretations of Supreme Courts in these judges cases. So the judges of higher judiciary, they are appointed through this collegium system. And the government has a role only after the names has been decided by the collegium. So the government's role is very limited if a lawyer is said to be elevated as a judge in a high court or Supreme Court, they are being inquiry has been conducted by Intelligence Bureau. It can also raise objections and seek clarification regarding the collegium sources or choices. But if the collegium again reiterate the same names, the government is bound under this the Constitutional Bench judgment. So they have a limited role in collegium system. So if a high court collegium is to happen, then it is led by Chief Justice and other 4 senior most judges of that court. Okay, and the names recommended for appointment of a High Court collegium, it reaches the government only after approval by the Chief Justice of India and the Supreme Court collegium. Okay, so it has no mention of collegium either in the original constitution or in the successive amendments. The judges of Supreme Court and High Court, they are appointed by President, and the President is required to hold consultation of judges of Supreme Court and High Court if there is a necessity. Coming to the next topic, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, that is NIIF. So this is in news because there is a infrastructure investment company called as Crores. So Crores and NIIF together has created a platform that will invest in road projects in India. So National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, it's a fund created by Government of India. So it is basically to fund the infrastructure projects happening in the country. It acts like a fund manager that invests in infrastructure and related sectors in India. So the company is owned by Government of India and also by investors from India and abroad. And the corpus of NIIF is 40,000 crores. The government's contribution is at 49%. It can't be more than 49% and it can't be less than 49%. Okay, and NIIF, they currently manages 3 funds. One is the Master Fund. The Master Fund is an infrastructure fund that is been concentrating on infrastructure like road, ports, airport, power, etc. So that is Master Fund. Then we have Fund of Funds, that is giving money to the fund managers, that is financing the fund managers, that is a fund of funds. And one more is there, that's a strategic investment fund. It is mainly focusing on the greenfield and brownfield investments. Okay, now coming to wholesale price index. So wholesale price index is in news because the wholesale food inflation is likely to dip in coming years. So WPI, it's an index that measure changes in the prices of goods. So that is happening before the retail level, that is in the wholesale price level. Okay, and it calculates the average price changes of the goods that is included in the index. It is calculated by the Office of Economic Advisor, and it is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry under DIPP. So the base year is 2011 to 12. And the basket of index, it has 3 major items. One is primary articles, then fuel and power, and manufactured products. So manufactured products has the greatest weightage. And the WPI, it is calculated basically through three methods. One is Lasper's formula. It is actually an arithmetic mean based calculation. So you have a base period and you have a set of value based weights. So you calculate for that base period. Then you have a 10-day price index, that is by collecting the sample prices which has higher fluctuations and surveying on a 10-day basis. And you have monthly price indexes, that is calculated again by a simple arithmetic mean, but you take 3 consecutive 10 days and calculate for a month. Okay. So WPI is basically providing the estimates of inflation at a wholesale transaction level, and it is also helpful in calculating GDP. GDP is calculated by CSO, that is Central Statistical Organization, and it is also used in business contracts for better business transactions. Then it is also used in investment decisions. Okay, it is taken as a macro indicator for investment decisions. Coming to the side medal, so it is given by UAE. It is the highest decoration award given by UAE to the kings, presidents or head of states. So this time it is backed by Narendra Modi. He has been awarded the Order of Syed. So this is given to the Indian Prime Minister for his pivotal role in strengthening ties between India and UAE. Now, map-aided program, we are continuing with the straits of the world. We have Hormuz Strait, which joins the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. So the location is Oman-Iran. So it provides the only sea passage from Persian Gulf to the open ocean, and it is the world's most strategically important choke point. So a choke point is basically a geographical feature like a bridge or a valley or a strait, where it's a narrow passage where the ship is forced to go in order to like take a longer path. Okay, so this is Hormuz Strait connecting Iran and Oman and Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. Next is Dardanelles Strait. It connects Marmara Sea and the Aegean Sea. The location is Turkey. It's a narrow natural strait. That's an internationally significant waterway in the northwestern Turkey that forms a boundary between Europe and Asia, and it separates Asian Turkey and European Turkey. This is Dardanelles Strait. Okay, coming to the previous year question revision series, I'll read out the question. Which of the following grants or grant direct credit assistance to rural household? RRB, NABARD and Land Development Banks. So, NABARD doesn't give direct credit assistance. It provides assistance via intermediaries like microfinance companies or cooperative societies or RRB. So, the option 2 is not correct. The answer is 1 and 3, C. So, NABARD, talking about NABARD, it's an apex development bank in India. Its major stakeholder is RBI. The headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. It was established way back in 1982 on the recommendation of Shivaraman Committee. It doesn't give direct assistance to the household. It gives assistance through intermediaries. And NABARD releases a survey called as All India Rural Financial Inclusion Survey, commonly known as NAFIS. And RRB is again a government-sponsored regional bank started in 1976. So, they are made for fulfilling the credit needs of unserved sections in rural areas like the farmers or the socio-economically weaker sections, small entrepreneurs, etc. So, they finance in the fields of agriculture, trade and commerce, industry and small production activities. So, RRB is jointly owned by central government, the concerned state government where RRB is placed and the sponsor bank in a shared proportion of 50, 15 and 35% of capital share. Okay. And a land development bank is mainly to promote agriculture and agricultural production. So, they provide long-term finance to the members. They provide finance directly through their branches. So the answer is C, 1 and 3 only. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any comments or suggestions, please mention it in the comment section. Thank you. Good night.